Before I get into this review, I had a less than perfect experience at the movies. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to put this person on blast, but all I will say is please be respectful. Don't play on your phone. Don't talk a lot. Just let people watch movies. I mean, if you guys want the full story, then maybe leave let's say if this gets 5 likes, I will make a separate video telling the story about my time going to see this movie. But otherwise, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But those things I said, please keep those in mind. The Gentleman is written and directed by Ritchie and stars an all-star cast including but not limited to Matthew McConaughey, Hugh Grant, Henry Golding, Charlie Hunnam, and Colin Farrell. The Gentleman tells the story of a group of gangsters who are vying to take over the huge business of drug lord Mickey Pearson. This movie kind of snuck up on me actually. I saw trailers for it and I meant to go see it earlier, but I just never got around to it. I didn't really hear much about it, so I honestly didn't know what to expect going into it, and I was blown away. This was easily the best movie of the year so far. I mean, the cast was great, it looked great, and the way the story unfolded was amazing. So let's get right into it. So what worked? Like I said, this movie looked amazing, from the wardrobe to the color grade to the camera work. Everything about the production design, everything about this movie looked amazing. It was beautifully shot. All the colors popped on the screen, and my eyes were just drawn to whatever was going on, whether it was really gruesome or people were just sitting and talking, having conversation. No matter what, my eyes were glued to the screen. I also have to give props to the editing for this film. This story is told in a very unconventional way, and without good editing, it could have really fallen apart, but I think they absolutely nailed it. Along with that, there are some great action scenes. There are not a lot of them, but when they do happen, they're very exciting and very well choreographed. Alright, let's talk performances. I don't think there was one bad performance in this movie. Everybody absolutely killed it. I really could not see one weak link in this cast at all. For me, the standouts would have to be Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, and Hugh Grant, because these three are the backbone of this movie. These are the people we spend the most time with. The story revolves around these people the most, and without their great performances, again, it could have all fallen apart, but they do everything so well. Matthew McConaughey is super menacing as the leader of this huge drug business, and he's a force to be reckoned with. Charlie Hunnam is his assistant, his right-hand man, and you see his loyalty is very strong for this man. He also can hold his own in a fight. And the last thing that really worked for me in this movie was the story and the storytelling. This was such a well done script, screenplay. Everything about it made so much sense. At first, I wasn't totally down for it, I guess, or I didn't totally understand everything that was happening. But as the movie went on, I slowly saw myself being wrapped up more in what was going on. By the end of this movie, I was so intrigued. I was so wrapped up in what was going on. I was really on the edge of my seat trying to figure out what is happening, who is trying to get the better of who's behind everything that's happening. And I was just going along for the ride. There are so many twists and turns in this movie, and at least from the first watch, I think everything tracks. Every twist and turn makes sense. Every direction of the story connects to something that happened earlier in the movie. And at the end, it all just ties together so beautifully. I really could watch this movie over and over again and probably discover something different. But upon the first watch, I understood absolutely everything by the end. The characters really helped drive this story. Seeing their connections, seeing how some of them are betraying each other, some are doing things behind the other person's back, some have really tight relationships, some are very loyal to each other. Seeing all these connections unfold really helped drive the story and the craziness of what's happening. I thought it was also interesting how a lot of the story is actually told through flashbacks and the descriptions of Hugh Grant's character. Most of it is Hugh Grant telling these things to Charlie Hunnam's character. Now, Charlie Hunnam's character is involved in a lot of these things, but he's kind of playing it off like he didn't know what happened, or he doesn't know what Hugh Grant's character is talking about. But through this conversation, you're really getting a lot of the story points, and I thought that part was done really well. Honestly, this movie was a total surprise for me. It came out of nowhere. It really was not on my radar, but I was actually blown away at how good it was. And it seems to be super underrated, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. So if you want to go see it, definitely go see it. But I really do hope that this is still in the conversation towards the end of the year around award season, because this is definitely deserving of some nominations. So I really hope that happens. The verdict. I think The Gentleman is solid. First solid movie of the year. Definitely deserving of that rating. Please go see this movie before it's out of theaters. It really deserves more attention. Great acting, really well done storytelling, and it's amazingly shot. So don't miss this one in theaters. Have you seen The Gentleman? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe. Especially like this video if you want to hear my rant about my movie-going experience. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.